Well, I'm Portia. This is my wife, Ellen.
Hi.
And
we've been together for 16 years. We've been married for 12 years. And yeah, so she's my first wife.
And only.
Well, so far.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're running out of time, really.
All right, I'll stay with you.
Stay with me.
All right.
It's easier that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember, I think the first time I saw you was at a concert for Rock the Vote, and she was with some friends, I was with some friends, and I just have this memory of her walking very quickly backstage, and I was running to catch up to her. I just remember running backstage after her and just thinking that she was the coolest, most fascinating, beautiful, funniest person I'd ever met. But I, at the time, was closeted. I really wasn't comfortable with my sexuality, and she was obviously very open about hers, and I just knew that being with her would be a bit of a thing for me at the time, so we didn't get together after that for about 3 years.
Portia de Rossi and Ellen DeGeneres are one of Hollywood's most cherished couples, and it all began back in 2004 at a VH1 award show, or maybe a little earlier depending on who you ask.
We saw each other there and started talking, and that was it. I mean, we've been together ever since. I mean, it was...
Well, actually, a year before that, see, this is a very long, drawn-out story, but a year before that, I was doing a photo shoot for Arrested Development, and she was in another studio doing a photo shoot for Mother's Day with her mom. And, I mean, I'd obviously had a crush on her for 2 years at that point. And she came in to see me, but I had one of those paper masks on my face because I was getting my makeup done. And when she walked in, I went bright red. I just blushed. But she couldn't tell because I had this paper mask on my face. But she came over to say hello to me, and I thought, why is Ellen coming over to say hello to me? So after that, I grabbed Jeffrey Tambor for moral support, and I walked into her photo shoot, and I saw her from across the room, and she turned around, and it was like an arrow went through my heart. And I actually grabbed onto Jeffrey because I thought I was gonna, like, my knees were buckling. It was crazy.
I didn't know that that was it for her, and then it just finally, when we started talking that night, she kind of opened up to me and said she'd been thinking about me and kind of on, and it surprised me, and I had no idea that she felt that way. And
it was very brave.
Yeah, and that was it. I mean, I think we both knew there was some kind of connection, and we both had been seeing each other through the years. And then when we finally got together, it was pretty apparent. You know, there are just people that you have a soulmate, you know, and I know it's corny to say, but this is my soulmate, and you know,
it felt like destiny.
And the very first time we were seen together was I went to join her at the Golden Globes after party.
Yeah.
And that was the first time we were photographed together, and that's when everyone knew that we were together.
I just got to a point where I just chose love over anything else, over career, over what other people could possibly think of me, my family. I really just thought this is a once-in-a-lifetime feeling that I'm gonna have, and so few people actually get to have this. And I couldn't just throw it all away because I was worried about my job on Ally McBeal or whatever it was. And I just thought, this is something I need to do, just be true to myself. Yeah, why don't you tell them the engagement story?
The real one?
Baby.
The real one?
Yeah.
So she was on a show called Better Off Ted, and they rapped, and there was a goldfish that was a prop that was on someone's desk in a bowl.
So I had to rescue it.
They were gonna flush it down the toilet or something.
I had to take it home.
So she came home with this goldfish, and we were trying to transport it from this little tiny thing that she brought it home into a larger tank,
yeah.
and we had to slowly add water to adjust so it wasn't a shock.
Romantic so far, right? I mean, we're really getting you.
So we're on the floor and we're adding water and slowly doing that, and I pulled a ring out and said, "You want to get married?"
I think you said here.
Maybe I said here.
You went,
let's get married.
Here.
So that was that.
Portia and Ellen were married in 2008, and after 16 years together, they've learned how to navigate the occasional rough waters.
I know that resolving conflict is really important for a couple. And so even if we have a little bit of an issue, like at some point, Ellen just looks at me and like makes a funny face at me. And so it just breaks the tension, and then we just start to really kind of unpack it.
I mean, we obviously have had arguments, but we really don't argue that often. It's so rare that we do, and when we do, it's just from whatever's going on. It's not usually directly about the other person.
It's never
it's
got
just we
anything to
take
do with me, really. Never my fault, ever.
It's usually one of us taking it out on the other because we're the only one to take it out on,
Right.
you know? And so, and then you just kind of, start talking about it, and because it never really is about what you think you're fighting about. It's just stress and it's coming out. So we both know that and have learned that that's what it is, and we talk things out, and we're completely honest with one another all the time.
Yeah, that's really important. I feel like we've grown together as a couple, and we just really consider each other and put our relationship first. And so by doing that year after year, we've just become a lot more solid, and we're just best friends too. I mean, I can't imagine spending time with anybody but her, and I only want to hang out with her, and we're just good pals, really.
Yeah, I really love everything about her. I love the way, to start superficially, I love the way she looks.
Oh my God.
Because that's where it started. You have to look at somebody all the time. So I was already attracted to her.
I was very attracted to you too.
And I love her brain. I love the way she thinks. She's smart. That's really important. She's strong. She's confident. She's really funny. Really funny.
Sometimes.
She's a good dresser and a good dancer. Learning to cook. And, I
slowly.
it's just ridiculous, but I love everything about her.
Wow. How do I top that?
I try.
Well, I mean, I love everything about you.
All right.
No, I really do. I mean, oh boy, she is the kindest, most generous, most loving, loyal, trustworthy person I have ever known. I mean, she's very special. I don't know if you know that. And she's very romantic. I mean, when I travel, if we're apart, she has the hotel put rose petals in the shape of a love heart on my bed every single time, over the last 16 years. And for whatever reason, every time it catches me off guard, like it's the first time I've seen it. And then on top of it, she'll stick a note in my toiletry bag or in my luggage, just, wishing me luck or telling me I'm great or whatever it is that she thinks will be encouraging, or she's a very, very special human being. And I'm just so lucky that I get to share my life with her. Some of it sometimes rubs off on me, maybe, but it's all her.
So
It's
sweet.
true.
See?
You're amazing. Don't make me cry. Love is everything. I mean, it really is. It's because there's nothing in the world that would be enjoyable without it. That's how I feel. Like, I can't imagine enjoying or being happier than I am with you. That's how I feel about it. Everything.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it is everything. It's the most important thing that, and what I've learned about love, though, is that it's just, can't force it. You can't. I've been in a lot of different relationships, and you really can have all these qualities that seem like they're right and everything seems right on paper or whatever, but you just can't force that feeling. It's either real love or it's not. And
and also, real love never stays stagnant. It never stays the same. It doesn't always feel the same. I think it's always changing and growing, and I think that's another thing. You know, I think to try to, stay the way you were when you were 2 months into your relationship as opposed to 16 years is not really understanding what love can actually do and how transformative it is and what you can learn through love. So yeah, you just have to kind of go with it.
go with love.
Go with love, right?
Yeah.